Statistics South Africa has released the Non-Financial Census of Municipalities covering the year 2020. This involves the data agency canvassing all 257 municipalities, looking at instances of service delivery, including the rendering of free basic services. It also involves speaking to households and gathering data on the municipal workforce. Well, to share some of the key findings from their survey and why this information is important, I'm joined by Risenga Maluleke. He's the Statistician General at StatsSA. Thank you very much, SG, for joining us. Practically speaking, what's involved in this survey and over what time period did you collect the data?
This is for the year 2020, and we are looking at the non-financial part of municipal services as well as the issues of staffing, which includes mayors and executive mayors in terms of the percentages that you have in the municipalities. So we don't talk about how much the municipalities have spent in building a bridge or a dam or a water reticulation system, but whether such basic services are there and if they are free, and the issues of indigence in the municipalities and the provinces.
So what were the key findings from the study, especially in relation to service delivery? How much had things changed compared to previous surveys?
Let us say between 2019 and 2020, we have seen an increase of the number of units, service units that were accessing water in the country from 13.6 million to 14.1 million, which was about 3.9% of an increase. But that is an increase in general. But when we come to free basic services, and when we talk about free basic services, it's the whole issue of 6 kiloliters of water per month per household, and your 50 kilowatts of electricity per month per household, and free 50 rand per month per household for both was that solid waste management as well as sewage and sanitation. When we look at those, only electricity shows an increase in free basic services. The others, as in water, sewage and sanitation, as well as solid waste, have shown a decrease in the number of units that were accessing free basic services. And as regards the issue of toilets, bucket toilets, we have seen that there was an increase largely in the Free State. And indeed, the Free State, Eastern Cape, and the Northern Cape, we have seen the prevalence of bucket systems in the larger majority than in other provinces, but the largest increase was in the Free State.
Now, in the context of concerns around service delivery, what were your findings around the municipal workers? Are they sufficient to deliver on the mandates of municipalities in terms of the proportion relative to the services that need to be provided?
Well, we don't do the proportion of municipal services in relation to the services, but we do measure from time to time. And as I'm saying, this is a 2020 report at the height of restrictions around COVID. And we are a year behind because this is the year 2022. We usually should be reporting on 2021. But next year we will report on both 2021 and 2022. But specifically, we have seen a decrease by 6.6% in the number of employees in the municipalities. But when we unpack them in terms of male, female, we are seeing that in the country, we still have about 32% of mayors and executive mayors that are female versus 68% of those that are male. And in terms of the staffing in general, about 41% of the staff in municipalities are female, whereas your Section 56 staff members who report to the municipal manager as well as directors, you are sitting at about 31% of them being female. So in terms of issues of transformation, there are still areas that need improvement.
And ultimately, SG, why is this data important? What sort of customers or people would you hope would be using this data?
Firstly is that the municipalities themselves, they use this information because we are able to tell, especially when it comes to free basic services, whether a municipality is providing that, or whether a local municipality or whether a district municipality is providing that. And in terms of your progressive realization, in terms of services that must move from national to province to district all the way to local, whether municipalities, local municipalities are taking up some services in terms of provision of such services to their people. But also the whole issue of free basic services and the indigents, it's critical for municipalities to know, but also for members of the public who vote, those who hold public office at local level or district level, to engage with their representatives in terms of the services that they expect. It is not enough, though, because this is from the municipal side. We also have another one, the General Household Survey, which we collect every year, which then tells us whether when municipalities say such services are available, whether members of the public from the household side are receiving them and if they are happy about them.
Ndate, thank you very much for giving us some insights on that report. Ndate Risenga Maluleke, he's the Statistician General at SABC.